Remain unshakable and constant. Keep this gift carefully in the locker of your intellect. Today, when I went to the subtle region, I gave Baba love and remembrance on behalf of all the children and made a request. I also made a request to Brahma Baba. Brahma Baba said, Shiv Baba has my hand. Whatever he makes me do, I will do just that. I told Shiv Baba, Baba, so many of your children have come. You are the one who fulfills everyone's desires. Baba, fulfill one desire of ours. Baba instantly showed me a branch on which was written, Destiny cannot be prevented. I said to Baba, if this is destiny, then all the children who have gathered together want to meet both Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba. Bap Dada said, just as Bap Dada always meets the children, in the same way, Baba will also meet the children. Then Shiv Baba said to Brahma Baba, what is your advice? Shiv Baba said, when a child grows up, the father and child become equal. So, I too cannot do anything without the advice of the special beloved child. At first, it was the father first and then the child, and now it is the child first and then the father. So, I saw in the subtle region that both were equal and they had great love for one another. I was seeing a scene of Bap and Dada conversing like two friends. Brahma Baba said, whatever is your order? And Shiv Baba said, whatever is the child's advice? Both were smiling. I said, come and meet the children just for 1 second. At that time, I took I looked at both of them, and from their eyes, it appeared that Brahma Baba agreed with what Shiv Baba said. Just then, Bap Dada entered the body of Gulzar Dadi, the trance messenger, and spoke. Bap and Dada are always with you, even now, in order to make you avyak, and will always remain with you. Bap Dada is now meeting you spiritual jewels and saying farewell, and will then meet you again sometime. There is benefit in whatever happens. Bap Dada and benefit. There are no other words. Bap Dada simply spoke these two sweet words and went back to the subtle region and said to the messenger, love and remembrance. Just as at this time, Baba saw love and remembrance in each one, in the same way, let there be love and remembrance all the time. This love and remembrance is like a string. You have to keep this string all the time. And this is the practice we all consciously start to inculcate from today. This is going to be the homework of having the love and remembrance be the string. We will continue to meet in the middle through this string. Baba said, the task of the establishment will continue till the end, as it has been continuing from the beginning. there will be no difference. Bap Dada will continue to give directions only through the children who have made instruments by Baba. And children will experience how Bap and Dada's direction will be together. At the confluence age, both Bap and Dada will not become separated. Baba said, tell everyone these two words, unshakable and constant. This is a gift from both Bap and Dada. When important people go somewhere, they give a gift. In the same way, both Bap and Dada are giving you a gift of the two words, and that is unshakable and constant. Keep this in the locker of your intellect in such a way that no matter how much someone tries to steal it, the gift remains with you. Then Baba said, now, for a short time, I'm taking leave from you. Then, as the task continues, I will continue to give directions. The second part of the Murli, the title is Baba renounced the body, but not his hand and his company. And this is the Murli that is spoken on the evening of 21st January 1969. So Baba is asking, are all of you sitting in the Avyak form? Whilst in the corporeal form, you have to stabilize yourself in the Avyak stage. When you remain stable in the Avyak stage, there will not be any upheaval in that stage. The part being enacted at the present time is a method to make all of you Avyakt very quickly. There is no need for fluctuation. At the beginning, the establishment of the yajna took place suddenly. When you came at the beginning of the establishment of the yajna, all of you were made to write a letter of your faith. You used to write about having the faith that even if Brahma were to go away, your stage and your faith would remain unshakable. Baba asks, do you remember those letters of faith? Faith means there isn't the slightest form of doubt in any situation or at the time of any obstacles. Faith means there isn't the slightest form of doubt in any situation or at the time of any obstacles. No matter what situation arises, no matter what challenges show up, but the faith remains unshakable. Situations have to change and they will continue to change. But all of you sing the song, even if the world changes, we will remain constant. And so, do all of you who are sitting in today's gathering have such faith in the intellect? Your mama always used to tell all of you that all the supports that your faith has had up till now will be removed, and that even after having had them removed, the foundation should still be strong. So earlier, the faith had support, and now the faith has become the support. The faith is the foundation. If the foundation is not strong, the supports are necessary. Which supports? You must not let go of Baba's support, the family support, or that of the disciplines of the family. Faith must not be broken by the testing scenes that come in front of you. Faith is unbreakable. It cannot be broken even if someone tries to break it. Those with such faith in the intellect are the garland around Baba's neck. Is Brahma your most beloved one? It isn't that he was, but that he still is. Did he not say this to all of you? All the things have been said. To remember them at the right time is fast effort. Just remember them. He used to tell all of you children that to make you strong. Bap Dada has decorated the children so much, and so have the children not yet worn all the decorations? A day had to come when you would remember those decorations from Bap Dada, and that time is now. Because he is egoless and humble. He himself used to tell many children, I have not yet become complete. I have not yet become constantly soul conscious. All of you must have noted something else through your own experience of his last 3 to 4 months. You must have attained the fortune of meeting him personally and experiencing that Brahma was no longer a corporeal being and that he had attained the avyakt angelic form. A few years ago, Brahma would listen to little matters. He used to give you time. But what did you see recently? The reason for him not listening to these little matters was that he was spending that time in constant remembrance. Didn't you children notice that a shining star was visible sparking on his forehead? Those who were stable in the Avyak stage knew and recognized the Avyak form. Those who themselves were not stable in the Avyak stage did not fully recognize the invaluable jewel. Even now, the task of establishment is Brahma's, not yours. Even now, you children will be sustained through Brahma. Brahma's part will continue until the end of the establishment. You children must now be wondering how there will be the study through Brahma now. In fact, because of your stage, the questions of why and what, etc., should not arise. Never mind just questions. Within some children, an ocean of upheaval has begun. Only a few have passed this first paper. Have a little patience, Baba says. Since the knowledge is imperishable and the study is imperishable, why is there the fluctuations of questions? All this is being explained to you to finish the upheaval. Class will continue as it has been up to now. And what will be spoken in the class? The body of Brahma had been fixed, and so the Murlis that were spoken through the body will always be the Murlis. The little service that takes place through the trance messengers cannot be called Murlis. That does not have the magic of the Murlis. There is magic in the Murli of Bapdada. So you have to revise all the Murlis that have already been spoken. Post will continue to be sent to the main centers from Abu as always. Do you remember the Murli that was spoken a year ago? You probably do not even remember the Murli you read yesterday. Some points are such that even though you read them many times, they don't stay in the intellect. And this is what we all experience most of the time. Maybe most of us experience all of the time. This is why the connection through Murlis and letters will remain as it was. You will come to Madhuban to be refreshed as you have been. Now the question arises, what will you do? Who will you come to meet? How will you be refreshed? You must have a close connection with the lucky stars, those who are the main instruments, and bring the results of your center. Any problems, whatever progress there has been to those instruments in Madhuban, and also bring to Madhuban the new flowers that have blossomed in the garden in order to give them a vision of the gathering. New, new flowers means the new souls who come and be a part of this family. Together with this, Bap Dada will serve fully through the trance messenger who is fixed. Are there any more questions? You must be thinking that people will say that your Brahma has gone away in less than 100 years. This is a very easy question. It's not difficult. His age was nearly 100. The fact that 100 years have been mentioned is not wrong. If there are any left, he will complete them in the angelic form. The part of establishment through Brahma is for 100 years. Those 100 years have to be completed. But until then, after the part of physical Brahma, the part of Brahmins has now to continue. Why did Brahma create Brahmins? Will Brahma not see his own creation in the future? Will he not give you the crown of responsibility at the conference age? Otherwise, how will you become the deities of the golden age? All the responsibility here lays the foundation for there. All the responsibility here in the confluence age lays the foundation for the golden age. This is why give the reply to whoever asks you children questions that the establishment through Brahma has to continue. The time of the end of the children's study has come very close. This signal has been given to you in each Murli since Mama left. Is one given the date or moment of a paper beforehand? If you were told about this beforehand, would that be called a paper? A paper is that which takes place suddenly. What did Baba see in the result? No one passed fully. In the Lokik world, the students have something called the vivas, or they have a surprise test, and that is what a paper is. The challenge that would come suddenly, and that is the time you check the stability of your faith. Baba says, no one passed fully. There was a little weakness seen in each one. Even then, it's very good because this is still the time for efforts. According to that, the result can only be said to be good. But both Bap and Dada were pleased about one thing. What was that? Children gave the proof of both a gathering and of love. Brahma was seeing from the subtle region how everyone was when they came, the intoxication with which they came, and in what stage they were meeting. Both Bap and Dada together were seeing this result. So each one should see the self and remove the weaknesses from within the self. And all of you know who is the instrument for all of you from today. Didi is the main one today, and Kumarika is the helper. All the administration will be carried on from the headquarters as it has been. Both of them will continue to look after all of you. If there is a need, they will continue to tour your centers. But what is the paper now? That paper came suddenly, but now you're being told about the paper that is yet to come. Now, come into relationships with unity, whilst being introverted and stable in the Avyak stage. Bap Dada will see the result of the paper he is telling you about. Everyone must have heard and must also remember the teachings given at the end through the body of Brahma. So today, you have come into this gathering to give something and to take something. So, are those who have come to take ready to give something? Those of you who have the thought in your heart that you don't know what is going to happen, that nothing serious will happen, raise your hands. If all of you are content, then those who take something will also be content in giving. Today, you have to give the donation of two things in the midst of the gathering. And what are those two things? One main thing is that from today, you must not see, hear, or keep within your heart the defects of others. One main thing is that from today, you must not see, not hear, and not keep within your heart the defects of others. If your attention is drawn to something about any sister or brother, you can ask the one who are the instruments to give them a signal. Secondly, in order to shake your faith, some people will say things and raise the sound that now they will see how this institution carries on. However, those people do not know that your support is imperishable. And when anyone tries to shake you, You must also pay attention to this. There is the praise of a kalpa ago, of your being unshakable like Angad. They were unable to move even his foot. Only those children who have such faith in the intellect and who are unshakable and constant will pass in the last paper that is yet to come. Only those children who have such unshakable faith in the intellect, who are unshakable and constant, no matter what paper comes, they will pass in the last paper that is yet to come. There are all these Brahmins that have been created through Brahma. So, does a father not retire when the children have grown up? So, now just think that Baba is in the retired stage with you, having given you children the task. He will continue to observe. He left the body, but he did not let go of the hand and the company. Not let go of the hand and company of the intellect. That will remain constant and eternally. The two things that you have been told are firstly, to give the donation of not fluctuating, and secondly, to give the donation of not seeing the defects of anyone else. If all the children pay attention to these two things, then because you have had the thought, that is, you have given them away, and anything that is given away in thought is never taken back, even if Maya tries to make you take it back. You check yourself, and then you will pass. Your attention is being drawn to one more thing. The teachings that you have received in the last Murli that Bapdada spoke about having too many visitors and too much trance being a waste of time. This is why that should not happen. It shouldn't be that you're not able to verify the parts being played by the trance messengers at the center. This is why you will receive directions through whichever trance messenger, Didi and Kumarika, who are the instruments they appoint as instruments. For this part also, the significance will be clarified by whoever they make the instrument. In the last Murli, there was the direction that to go into heaven at the time of offering bhog is a waste of time, because that isn't the time to be wandering around. Now you have to give the proof of constantly staying on the pilgrimage of remembrance and inculcating the teachings that you have received into your practical life. If you have love for Brahma Baba, what is the sign of love? To shed two tears is not love, but for you to have love for the things loved by Brahma can be called love. He had love for service. He gave the proof of service even at the end. And so love means to have love for service and to have love for his directions. And so love for Brahma Baba, your love for Brahma Baba means to have love for service, and to have love for his directions. This is called love. However, none of you should have the thought of not knowing why Baba called Sakar Baba into the subtle region without without his taking leave from you. For if he had taken leave, would you have let him go? Therefore, consider this to be the system of the Brahmin clan within the drama. Whatever system was fixed in the drama continues. Baba understands that all of you had a lot of love for Sakar Baba. Shiv Baba understands that all of you had a lot of love for Sakar Baba. It isn't just that you had, but that you still have. If you did not have love, how could you be in this gathering? In the corporeal form, you only had his body to follow. And so, why should you not have love? You had love then, and you also have love now. This is the sign of the relationship between the father and the children. Because of this, Sakar Baba is smiling in the subtle region. Since the children have love, don't I have love? But he knows that whatever part takes place in the drama is beneficial. He does not get disturbed. He was the one who was completely perfect, unshakable, immovable, and stable, and he remains that. But he has a thousandfold greater love than you children have. You now have to give the proof of love. This is a game to remain hidden. So churn the ocean of knowledge. Do not churn the upheavals. Put the power that you have received into the practical form. Whatever power you got out of Sakar Baba's Palna, this is the time now to put that power into a practical form, into actions, into dharnas. The slogan at the end is the mothers of Bharat are the incarnation of Shakti. Son shows the father. Whatever is fixed in the drama will make this happen. Sakar Baba said that he will come to celebrate a meeting with the children. If he had come today, you would be shedding tears. Acha, Bap Dada incarnated in the body of Dadi Gulzar in the morning after Bhog had been offered and spoke the following elevated versions. Bap Dada is present now and will always remain present to make you angelic. Now, having met all of you spiritual jewels, Bap Dada is taking leave. We will meet again. There is benefit in whatever happens. There is Bap Dada and benefit. There are no other words. Om Shanti. Message. Lakiben, you can continue. Continue the screening. Message from the subtle region on the return of the trance messenger. Baba said, love and remembrances. This time, Baba saw what was inside each one. Let there always be this love and remembrance. This love and remembrance is like a thread. This pyar and this yad is like a thread. That is how every day in our Murli we complete it by saying Yad Pyar and Namaste. Always maintain this thread. Through this thread, we will keep meeting from time to time. Baba said that the task of establishment will continue at as it has done from the beginning until the end. Bab Dada will continue to give directions to all the children through those that he has made instruments, and everyone will experience the directions of Bap and Dada together. At the confluence, Bap and Dada cannot be separated. Baba has said that you must tell everyone two words: unshakable and constant. This is a gift from both Bap and Dada. When important people go somewhere, they give gifts. In the same way, Bap Dada is giving you the gift of these two words. Keep it in the safe of the intellect in such a way that even if someone tries to steal it, it will always stay with you. Om Shanti. Let's take a couple of moments to be in silence and reflect on the learnings out of these two Murlis, and then come ready to share. Okay, whoever would want to share can unmute yourself. We can start the churning.
Om Shanti. Good morning, everyone. I like the point where my Baba says in today's Murli that unshakable, immovable, and stable is the stage of perfection. Om Shanti.
Sandhyavan, your voice is not audible.
Am I audible now? Hello? Hello?
Sandhyavan, we can't hear you.
Hello?
No, I
Some
can
of
hear
us
her.
can hear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
can
can
hear.
hear.
Am I
Yeah,
audible?
yes,
Yes,
please.
you're audible.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I just told that what my Baba said, and my takeaway point today is unshakable, immovable, and stable is the stage of perfection. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So Baba gave us a thread, Yad Pyar. So keep this thread always with you. So this is my point today.
Om Shanti. Baba said to stay unshakable and constant. This is my point for today. Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Okay, carry on.
Om Shanti. My point for today is Baba says that give two donations: donation of not fluctuation and donation of not seeing defects. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. In this Murli, Baba said, in this time, Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba also will combine.
Om Shanti. Baba said that there is benefit whatever happens.
So, what are the practices that we are going to take from today?
Om Shanti.
No matter, yes.
Like in this Murli, Baba explained about the faith. Baba said faith means there isn't the slightest form of doubt in any situation or in any obstacle. So we will follow this only. We will check during the day that where am I get unshakable or when any doubt arises. So in this way, we can check our faith on the Baba, on the drama. Thank you.
And if we start or if we start to do that, we will not see, or we will not hear, or we will not what you can say, we will not see the defects or hear the defects of others. That will also help us to have the faith, or to increase our faith in the Baba and in the Murli and in the knowledge also. Because if we stop, yeah, please continue.
We always have to remember that everything in the drama is beneficial, whatever is happening. So if we keep this in mind, our stage should remain unshakable. Thank you.
Shanti. And that moment was a really eureka moment for me when I heard that you said earlier the faith had support, now the faith has become the support. It was a eureka moment for me. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Not to see the defects in others is a very important thing. Today's Baba said. Thank you, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Yes, Girijavan.
Absolute faith in my Baba. Whatever may be the situation, he's there to support me. His love for me. I'm unshakable. Achal, Adol. That's the grinding point for me today. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. I like the point where Baba confesses that Brahma Baba was humble and egoless in the final stages. He was not complete. He says to his children, but he is still making efforts. That shows the honest confessions of a great soul. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. And today's Murli, I got the gift from Baba. And second one is the love for service like Brahma. So this is a important point. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Okay, anyone else?
Om Shanti. Baba said that you have to give the return of the love of Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba, and to do that you need to finish all your weaknesses. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. My takeaway point is that I'll not see, not hear, and not keep within my heart the fits of others, the weakness of others. Thank you. Om Shanti.
So yesterday in the evening, when Rajubhai was addressing to all of us, a very valid point that he got to be taken into practice in this club is actually taking on practices and being in the experience. So one, we all are listening to the Murli. The Nimit souls are delivering the Murli, Baba's words of pearls of wisdom. We are churning on that. And soon as we get into our social lives, the so-called reality takes over. So what we are going to do is now, as we sit in meditation for the next few minutes, we're going to visualize how we want our day to be. And that is going to be the commitment with which all of us take on practicing those values and virtues. And tomorrow, when we come, we will share very briefly of how did it go. No matter what challenge comes, no matter what paper comes, but the place from where we are operating is those values. So all of us, let's get stable in this moment of silence. No waste thoughts. Only a strong, supreme, divine connection with Bab Dada. Nothing and no one in between. Take a moment and see only as a realization about whom did we gossip yesterday? Who did we criticize yesterday? Whose defects did we see yesterday? Where did we get angry, irritated, unstable? Where did our state of mind get disturbed? Where did we get in the state from being stable to a state of fluctuating? Today, we letting all those experiences go. We give up the right of being judgmental about looking at someone's defects as defects. We move on to acceptance. We move on to humility. Like how Vinod Bhai said, Baba said in the Murli that he showed how humble and egoless he was. All of us in our interactions with people, we are humble and we are egoless. There is no hierarchy. Neither are we superior, nor are people inferior. We all are the same. Each and everything that we do is coming from the divine space of being of service. It's a seva. Whether you're doing your job, whether you're doing your business, whether you're doing your practice, whether you're a homemaker, whether you're a diary, whether you're a student, whatever role that you're playing, whatever you do, I am only an instrument and I am doing this as a service, is the place to operate from. Remaining unshakable and constant. Timely reminders like traffic control, of looking at stabilizing yourself and elevating yourself. Being like Baba. Bringing forth that divinity, spreading the message around, and being the instrument of the creation of Golden Age. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. Thank you, Drama. We shall practice this today, and then come tomorrow ready to share. Om Shanti. See you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Thank you
Om
very much.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, everyone.